You're showing up, you're being seen, but the connection is not quite sticking. Posts spark interest, but they don't create the kind of trust that makes clients stay or refer you. That shift happens when you step away from the feed and into the room, even if it's just a small gathering of 5 people. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple, easy ways that you can deepen client relationships through small, intimate gatherings. You don't need a packed guest list or a huge budget, just thoughtful spaces that make people feel cared for. These micro moments spark referrals, strengthen relationships, and set the groundwork for retreats that you may host later on. These days, with AI and technology everywhere, human connection isn't just a nice to have. It's essential. People are craving experiences that feel real, where they feel seen, where they feel heard, and where they feel as though they're part of something personal. And here's where a lot of entrepreneurs miss the mark. They're visible online, they're posting consistently, but the connection isn't quite landing. When clients don't have a deeper way to connect with you, they hesitate to commit. Without those touch points, you're just another person to blend in their feed and not someone for them to remember. And when that happens, you miss out on the referrals, the repeat clients, and the steady growth that comes when you are the person that they trust. So here's one simple way to shift that. Host a small, intimate meal or small round table. Think about 4 to 6 people max, where everybody can feel included. And this doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. You can reserve the private dining room at your favorite restaurant or maybe like a booth in the corner. And if you live in an apartment building, consider talking to management about possibly using the community lounge or rooftop if your building has one. You can even consider a cozy Airbnb table, or if you're comfortable with it, inviting people into your home. The key is to keep it simple but intentional. Come prepared with a theme that builds connection and give your audience a taste of the value that you bring. For example, what's one shift that has made you feel energized or supported in your work lately? When you think about the next chapter in your business, what kind of experience do you want to create for your clients? Or even share a short teaching moment or framework, a mindset shift, or even a behind-the-scenes story that shares some of your journey. And then invite them to share how that resonates with where they are right now. This positions you as someone who curates meaningful conversations, adds insights, and gathers like-minded people in a way that feels elevated. It also gives your guests the feeling of being part of something exclusive, like they're in on the inner circle of your work. A single meal, whether it's lunch or dinner, can build trust faster than months of content. Guests don't just leave having eaten together, they leave feeling valued, connected, and part of a group that matters. That's the kind of moment that people talk about, remember, and want more of. Another way to build deeper trust is with short workshops or mini intensives. Think 3 to 4 hours max. It's not a retreat and it's not a full conference. It's just enough time for people to step into your world and actually experience you teaching in real life. Here's why this matters. When people interact with you online, your expertise still feels a little distant. They might respect you, they might even quote you, but they still haven't had the luxury of having the experience of what it's like to learn directly from you. Without that, you stay surface level in their mind, and it's easy for them to move on to the next person. A mini workshop changes that. Pick one clear theme that ties into what you do best. Something that your clients can walk away with and apply immediately. Keep it small, maybe 8 to 12 people, and give them something tangible to walk away with. A framework, a workbook, even a short exercise that you guide them through during the session. The beauty of this kind of gathering is that it feels like an insider session. Not a broadcast to thousands, but an opportunity for them to sit with you and talk to you directly, where they can learn something practical and be part of a select group that get access to your brain and your energy in real time. And here's another thing. When somebody has that kind of live, high-touch experience, they don't just walk away inspired. They walk away with results. And more importantly, they connect those results to you. That's the point where curiosity turns into commitment, where people start saying, I need more of this in my life. If this is resonating with you and you're starting to see how powerful smaller touch points can be, I'd love to invite you to my free webinar taking place on October 2nd called Own Your Stage. We're going to go deeper into why live events are the fastest way to grow your brand and the first steps to think about if you want to host your own. If that's something of interest to you, you can find more information down in the link below. The third way of creating trust is by elevating the experience of your smaller events. This is where so many people underestimate the impact. They think it's just a dinner, just a workshop, I don't need to put much thought to it, and they treat it casually. But the details that you add are the difference between an event that's forgettable and an experience that people just can't stop talking about. Start with personalization. Before the event, gather a little bit of information from what they're hoping to get out of their time together with you, challenges they're facing, even small personal preferences. That lets you tailor the conversation in the room so that everyone in there feels like the event was designed with them in mind. As the host, you can also walk away with insider insights and know things that you can start talking about in future content, what marketing angles to take, and what new offers to develop. During the event, add small touches that feel thoughtful but doable. A handwritten note at their seat. A gift that ties into the theme. Introductions to people that you've learned have similar interests with them. It's not about spending more money. It's about showing that you're thinking about them even before they have arrived. Pay attention to the flow as well. Make sure guests know where they are going, what's happening next, and that there aren't long, awkward moments. Even in the smallest gatherings, clarity makes people feel cared for. And afterwards, close the loop with a follow-up, a thank you note, a resource you promised, or an idea sparked by your conversations together. That simple step can make them feel cared for long after the event is over. From there, extend that exclusivity. Offer these guests early access to future events, VIP lists, or behind-the-scenes updates. When people feel like they're part of your inner circle, they don't just enjoy the moment. They start seeing themselves as part of your long-term community. The personalization, the flow, the follow-up, the exclusivity, these are what turn small gatherings into elevated experiences. When people feel included on that level, they remember it. They talk about it, and they begin to associate you with that kind of care. And that's exactly what sets the stage for your bigger retreats later on. Smaller, intentional gatherings can be the spark that builds trust, creates referrals, and sets the stage for bigger things ahead. They're not just warm-ups, they're powerful ways to start building the connections that your business needs. In the next video, we're breaking down some of the biggest misconceptions about hosting a retreat. The myths that keep coaches and entrepreneurs from stepping into the room and onto the stage. Click the video on your screen and let's shift those beliefs together.